Good morning, church, and welcome to Pepster at your place for another week. Happy Sabbath. I hope you have had a beautiful week this week with your families and with your work and whatever you've been getting up to. But it is so good and to have you tuning in with us right now. Whether you're here with your life group this morning, or if it's a Friday night, or maybe you're at home. We just, so grateful that you are tuning in, and we can't wait to spend the next little while with you. Before we get into our message for today and our discussion, just another reminder about our giving. If you would like to give your tithes or offerings, just a reminder that you are able to do that through the Pushpay app or via direct bank transfer, or you can come and visit us in the office between 9 and 1 p.m. during the week. But we are just so grateful for your generosity, church, and just want to let you know that those things are still available for you if you would like to give this morning. For the past 8 weeks, we have been journeying together through our New Year, New You series, and this week is the final installment of that. And today, all we really wanted to do was take a moment to pause and to reflect on what we have learnt over the past 8 weeks. And it's going to be an awesome day just of reflection, of remembering which are the things we have learnt throughout the series that are really important to do. So we get to do that together today. So we thought we really wanted to talk to someone, one of you who have been journeying through this series with us, to really hear about how the series has impacted you. And so this week I got to speak to Cindy, and it was just such a beautiful time to talk to her and to hear about how the series and things that she's pulled out of it has really impacted her and her family's lives. So let's see what Cindy has to share with us this morning. Okay, hi Cindy.
Hi Leah, how are you going?
Good, thank you. So cool to have you here on Pepster at your place to share with us a little bit about what you've got from the series. But before we get into that, it has been a while since we've been able to meet together and have church as we know it. But how have you been? How have you and your family been the past 7 or 8 months?
We've been good. I think like all families, it's been a struggle. We've had, various lockdowns being in Auckland. We've had isolation. We've had online learning from schools shutting and not having enough teachers. But we've gotten through all of that, and the family and I are doing really well. Thank you.
Awesome. That's so cool to hear. And it has been a crazy time, but I feel like meeting together is getting closer and closer, which will be awesome. Yes. Now I know you've been following along with our New Year, New You series, and we've been doing that for the past 8 or so weeks, and it's been really cool. But what's probably one of your top things that you've been able to take away from the series?
I think the thing that stood out to me was William's sermon. It was right in the beginning. I think he had the 4 P's about praying, pace, psyche, having the right attitude when you're waiting on God. And then I think patience was the last one. And for me, the patience thing was kind of the thing that stood out. I think like most people, patience is not an easy thing, especially when you're waiting upon God. And it was good just to be reminded that, when you're waiting on God, this verse that says, those who trust in the Lord and wait upon him will renew their strength. And it's been hard. There's been times I've been waiting, but I've been reminded through things that have happened. For example, I'm in a blended family, and I had to wait for a good whole 6.5 years, praying, having patience, that the Lord would send me the right person for my sons and myself. And, that has been an immense blessing for me, because, we've had restoration, a new relationship. I now have 2 stepdaughters, Hannah and Lisa, and it's just been such a blessing. And it's a reminder that, when I'm waiting upon God currently, that I need to look back to that moment when he's answered my prayer and remember that, he can do anything. You know, he can restore things. He can renew things for you. And that's exactly what's happened, you know. So through waiting, and there were times I kind of had my little temper tantrums with God and like, oh, I would like this now, please, Lord. And, you know, the Holy Spirit would be just like, you need to wait and be patient. You know, there is the right person out there for you. And when the Lord brought my husband into my life, Nico, he's been such a blessing for myself, the boys, and even himself, you know, and our family really gels well. And it's just been awesome that when I've put my trust in God and waited, that he has come through for my family and I.
Wow, incredible, Cindy. That is such a beautiful story. And yeah, I'm just, what a beautiful lesson for all of us hearing that. That may still be in that season of waiting. To stick through it. That's so beautiful. I love that. So Easter is coming up. Easter is next week, which seems pretty hard to believe, but just like our series, Easter for us is all about hope and new beginnings, and remembering, you know, that Jesus rose from the dead, and we can now have this new life. What areas of your life are you hoping for a new beginning, I guess, this year?
Well, as I said, you know, God has this way of reminding you when you're praying for something to have patience, and reminding you of, right, I've done this and this and this for you. And currently I'm waiting upon the Lord to open up a new door in my career. And that has been taking quite a while. In fact, it's been taking like 14 years. And I'm just reminded, like I said, like through my blended family, and that God is able to answer those prayers, you know, and it's a reminder that if I wait upon him, the best will be given to me. So I'm really trusting in him that he will open up that door, because I currently want to go into full-time counseling. So I teach. And although I am a play therapist and registered, you know, I want to make the transition from full-time teaching into full-time counseling, but not an easy thing. Finding that right door where, you know, it's going to fit, and just waiting upon God to be like, you know, Lord, open up the door for me. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that is so beautiful. And yeah, I think we're all with you in that prayer for that, for God to open doors.
Thank you.
So many people that are in the same boat. So thank you so much, Cindy, for sharing. You speak so beautifully.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just so glad that we got to hear a bit of your story today. I know your story will have inspired those that are watching and sitting in their groups right now. And just thank you so much for sharing. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Leah.
Wow. Thank you so much, Cindy, for sharing with us this morning. There is nothing more powerful than real life stories and real life examples of how Jesus and how God is real in the lives of people. And so, Cindy, thank you so much for taking the time out to share your thoughts and your experience with us. And like I said, we are praying for you, for your family, and for that new beginning that you are hopeful for in this season. Right, now it is our turn. It is our turn to take a moment to reflect and remember what we have learned over the past 8 weeks together. We've been learning about rethinking, restoring, remembering, resisting, whatever it is. We're going to get the chance to reflect on that and to share what we both have learned and what we are looking forward to as we look into the future and into the rest of the year. So have an amazing discussion time, and we will see you next week.